Welcome to another drawing challenge, and duck! No, this is not a duck. It is another very unusual and delightful gourd. I'm going to use this as inspiration for my drawing today, but this is only a partial inspiration, for I am also taking a monster drawing request. J4H8 requested that I draw a Thalassemodon. So I am going to make a monstrous, perhaps gourdy Thalassemodon today. So let me see if I can pull that off. Stick my neck out there in 5 minutes or less. So here's my time-telling device. And we are begun. So, have you ever heard of the Thalassemodon? When he first recommended this to me, I was sure that I had heard the name before, but I still had to look it up just to be sure. I do not think what I saw was what I expected. The Thalassemodon appears to be an aquatic dinosaur, somewhat in the vein of a plesiosaur, but it is no plesiosaur. No, not at all. It definitely has its own unique structure to it. It definitely seems to be much more immense in size from what I have looked up. And yes, by the time I am done here, I think some of these proportions will startle you in a way. But also, let me see here. Ooh, I have an idea. All right, I'm going to borrow some of the bumpage that is already on this gourd and sort of peel it off into being some of the flippers for this creature. So there we go. Using the natural anatomy of this gourd to facilitate what I want to do here. All right. Now, no, and actually, I almost forgot to include the bottom appendages. They have 4 flippers, but they also have something else that intrigues me too about them. They have this, let me see if I can convey it right. They have these very interesting, kind of proportionately stubby tails that are flat, sort of vertically flat. Yes, they definitely seem much smaller when compared to the heft of the entire body, which seems disproportionate, but I'm certain when they were in their heyday, these got them around as appropriately as needed. So there we go. All right, so, and of course, I'm using the natural bumpiness of this gourd to enhance the texture of the monster. It seems that these creatures were not necessarily that bumpy, but I like the idea of taking these pre-existing creatures and sort of exaggerating them anyway, which is a classic thing done all throughout time in cinema and elsewhere. I mean, even the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, while heavily based in reality, are certainly exaggerated, both in size and in some cases in abilities. So, yes, that sort of makes this kind of an homage piece. So, let me start putting that head together. Something about the head in this particular dinosaur, to me, has a very snake-like appearance. Not just the length of the neck, but the shape of the jaw, too. So I'm going to give it some fantastical snake fangs. There we go. Ugh, a little tight in there. Otherwise, I would consider giving it a forked tongue. But there's already almost too much detail in that head for how small it is. So, what are some of your favorite dinosaurs? Hmm? Have you ever heard of the Thalassemodon before? You can all feel free to let me know if there are other dinosaurs or other creatures you would like to see a drawing challenge based around. I love taking suggestions from you all and listening to you, taking the time to respond to you when you do contact me. Oh, there we go. All right. Well, let me sign it right in the middle there. And there is my squashy Thalassemodon. What do you think? Does that get you roaring with excitement? Well, I hope you enjoyed this drawing challenge. If you did, please do claw that like button and toll that bell so you can be ready, willing, and salivating for the very next drawing challenge. This is Monster D.